So the process of BandQuest was great. So the first time I came out to the school, I basically got to know the kids. I listened to them play a couple of their repertory pieces, and then really decided that I wanted to ask them the kinds of things that they wanted in the piece, because I knew that that's going to be the thing that generates the most interest from them in terms of their performance, is to have something which is personalized and makes them feel good about what they're doing. And so I took a lot of kind of questions from them, and the flute players immediately raised their hand and said they wanted piccolos. The trumpet players wanted mutes. The percussion player wanted a trap set instead of just all these individual instruments. They wanted also some unusual instruments, which I threw in there. The tuba player wanted a solo. So we had a lot of fun kind of trying to make something which appealed to them and to their sensibilities. And then the second trip I came out, I talked about my own approach to music and the kinds of things that are important to me in my composition. And I played them some pieces and asked them to try to listen for what they heard. And so we had a little bit of a dialogue back and forth. And it was a great kind of beginning to doing this whole project.
It was dread. Some of the ideas that they came up with were, Chris did a really good job of bringing them down to earth with talking about the commercial availability of making a piece like this, and that you can't do all those ideas that they were interested in doing, and they took that really well, and they understood very well. So it was a nice response that they had. But 4 piccolos is a few too many for a band piece like this.
So we made it optional.
Optional, yeah. So now we ended up with 1 piccolo player, and it sounds great.
They had multiple bass guitars. People wanted, they wanted the ideas were flying. Somebody suggested a keyboard part, and I think anything that remotely resembled their outside band life, would be good.
Yeah. They reacted very well. We played through a little bit of it the first day we got the music, and we didn't get too far with it just because it was completely unfamiliar to us. So we listened to the MIDI recording, and it's a MIDI recording. So I was, you can't hear the different instrumentation so well, and I was listening to it, and I was getting nervous that the kids were going to have, a rotten viewpoint on it. And I stopped it, and they were all kind of quiet for a second, and then they all just got really excited about the prospect of learning this awesome piece, and they all fell in love with it. They all really liked it in the end, or not the end, but right afterwards, and they want to get right into learning it and hear what it sounded like, with real instruments and not MIDI instruments. So they took to it really, really quickly.